Hello and welcome to the Frontier Podcast. Woo! I'm Ungkria.
I'm Eva. Oh wait, what's wrong with your name?
Hey, it's secret, but you can call me just Tree.
Um, okay, Tree.
Okay, anyway, I'll give a brief explanation of our podcast. Our concept is a subway station, so host will become as subway drivers and lead the way to get into many topics. Are you understand?
Yes.
Okay, then let's go.
This station is Psychology Station. In this station, we are going to talk about depression.
Yeah, we spend a lot of time thinking about different topics to discuss.
We really wanted to find something that could be helpful to our listeners.
Recently, I read an article about how youth depression is becoming a serious issue. So, we decided depression as our first topic.
That's right. According to the Health Insurance Review and Assessment Service, the number of depression patients in South Korea surpassed 1 million in 2022.
Yes, and among them, 20% are in their 20s.
In fact, this rate has been steadily increasing day by day.
Yeah, that's really concerning. So, Eva, how would you define depression?
Depression is usually defined as a persistent decline in mental function that negatively impacts daily life.
Also, according to Aaron Beck, who is father of depression research, self-deprecation is one of the main characteristics of depression. Thoughts like, oh, why am I not good at anything? Or, I can never be a good person. These kinds of negative thoughts keep repeating.
There are also specific diagnostic criteria. According to Seoul Asan Medical Center, if you experience 5 or more of these symptoms, you may be diagnosed with depression. Let's go through them together. 1. Feeling persistently sad or depressed for more than 2 weeks. 2. Losing interest in most daily activities. 3. Sudden changes in appetite, either eating much less or much more. 4. Insomnia or excessive sleep. 5. Slowed or restless movements.
Okay, and here are more. 6. To often feel tired or lack energy. 7. To feel guilty and worthless. 8. Difficulty concentrating on anything. 9. Persistent self-harm or suicidal thoughts. Okay, if you identify with 5 or more of these symptoms, please consider visiting a medical professional.
Looking at this list, it seems like many people today are at risk of developing depression.
That's right. Symptoms like insomnia and decreased concentration are things we often see around us.
3. Have you ever known someone personally who struggled with depression?
Yes, I had a best friend who was always energetic. He usually singing on stage and performing with me, but now he's battling depression and receiving treatment. I never would have imagined it.
That's what makes depression so frightening. It's often invisible on the surface.
Exactly. That's why we need to pay more attention to our friends and family.
Why do you think so many people in modern society struggle with depression?
I think social media is a major factor. There was a study conducted in the US that found the longer young people spend on social media, and the higher their risk of depression.
Why do you think that?
Just look at Instagram. Everyone seems so beautiful, successful, and happy. Social media makes us compare our lowest moments to others' highlights. We start believing we need to be prettier, richer, and more successful. But inside, we feel empty.
That's true. But beyond social media, I think people need to live life on their own terms. Instead of constantly comparing ourselves and feeling inadequate, we should acknowledge our differences and accept ourselves as we are. Most importantly, we need to love ourselves.
Oh, I love that comment. Acknowledge our differences. Do you think there are other major causes of depression?
Yes, I believe excessive academic and work related stress, which lead to a lack of sleep, is a big factor. When people don't get enough sleep, their irritability increases, and so does their risk of depression. A growing number of people are sleep deprived, and this, in turn, increases the number of depression causes.
I haven't been sleeping well lately. I wonder if our listeners are getting enough rest.
I think that among our listeners, there might be some who are going through a tough time.
Then, how about we share some comments of encouragement and comfort?
From my personal experience, when you feel down, don't try to surpass those emotions. Just accept them as they are. Writing in a diary can also help. It gives you time alone to organize your thoughts. They say we feel anxious because we constantly dwell on things we can't see or control. Writing down these abstract thoughts can actually help ease that anxiety.
Oh, that sounds like a really healthy way to cope. I think writing diary is a great habit for releasing emotions.
Thank you. How about you?
Okay, please listen carefully. I really want to say this. Thank you for staying alive, and you've done a great job so far. A lot of people say, depression? That just means you're weak, or you've never really tried.
Yes, they treat it like some kind of personal failing, like branding someone with a scarlet letter.
But I absolutely don't think that way. I believe that people who battle depression are incredibly strong. Most people don't realize just how difficult it is to simply keep going every day. But I believe in you, and I believe that you are strong and that you can love yourself. Your warmth is bringing light into this cold world. Never forget that. It's okay to cry and to be angry, even to do nothing at all. But please, please don't ever think you don't belong here.
There's so much more we want to say, but unfortunately, it's time to wrap up. We will be waiting for the day you smile at us.
Thank you so much for listening. And this has been the Frontier Podcast. See you alive.
Your door is on your right. Thank you for listening and don't forget to subscribe and share. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.